Hey, welcome back everyone. Tone here, and today we're going to be doing another session of our round robin NetHack game. This is still the priest that I played in our last episode of this. It looks like quite a few sessions have been played since then, so we are probably going to look like an entirely different character. And I have a feeling that we're going to be in an interesting position here. 2 sessions ago, the player summary was, and I quote, "I'm not sure what more I could say other than what's on the pair. Good luck." And someone else played since then and gave some more context after their session. It seems like there's an angry shopkeeper that had been nullified that might be on here. It seems like we lost our bag of holding with a bunch of items. Somehow the shopkeeper got their hands on it. There was a lot of hallucinations involved. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting situation. So let's see if we can take inventory of what's going on here and then see what we can do about all of this. Got our club skill up. Must have been some Achilles action going on. AC -7, very good. Cloak of Protection, Mithril Coat. Gauntlets of Power, alright. We have Light and Remove Curse. Obviously can't cast them, but neither of those are really combat spells, so not a big deal. Got some food rations, a tin, create monster scrolls, random 100 cost scroll. Extra healing potion, object detection potion most likely, cursed. A wand of digging called could be spent. A wand of magic missile. That warhorse here. We got bat. We have a longsword named Giant Slayer. Basic skill. I wonder if that's better than our starting mace. Okay, we don't even have the starting mace, so that is not a consideration. Be able to kill this thing. A chameleon corpse, a giant bat corpse, an ice box containing 12 items. We should probably eat that floating eye. The giant beetle could have poison resistance. I think they're also poisonous. Same with the soldier ant. Looks like we no longer have the pair. And I see no notes about any resistances we may have, so I'm not sure where we left off on that. This is probably the shop that used to have the angry shopkeeper. Papar removes an uncursed potion called Emerald 100 from the bag called Holding. So yeah, I guess they have our bag of holding and they're just using that thing. Papar removes an uncursed egg from the bag called Holding. He removes 2 uncursed violet gems. He removes a riding gloves from the bag of holding. Removes a spellbook from the bag of holding. Man, this is hard to watch. He removes our gain level potion, 2 blue gems. He drinks an uncursed potion of gain level. He feels more experienced. Oh god. So I think monsters removing items from containers is a 3.7 or yeah, NetHack 3.7 thing, which is the beta branch we're on. Which I don't know. The impact it has on most games is probably negligible. I'm not totally a fan of that because I don't really like monsters using consumables off the ground, which it means they can do that from containers like chests that they find, which is like if the game's balanced around it, that's fine. But you know, if the game's already balanced and then you add that, then it's just less resources for the player. I don't really know how they got our bag of holding, which is really interesting. But they're definitely using it. So I don't know if there's much we can do about that right now. I think we have to come back and kill the shopkeeper at some point. But that's it for now. Any notes here? Oh, we've been down quite far, huh? There's an Ultra on level 10. I think we want to do Sokoban. Let's work our way over there. Maybe we'll get an attack one and we can fight the shopkeeper. I'm mildly concerned that we have like a amulet of reflection or something that they might have had. Oh, we're actually wearing an amulet of reflection. That's actually really nice. Didn't even note that. We could break some of these statues for spell books, but I don't know how much value that's going to give to us right now. Let's just go to Sokoban. There's another shop. Another cloak of protection. We don't have much gold. Maybe we go there and price ID after Soko. This level is largely unexplored as well. You feel foolish, you haven't been paying attention. You feel agile, you must have been working your reflexes. I'll take the +1 dex. Oh, you know what? Since we have Gauntlets of Power, getting poisoned isn't a big deal because it can't hurt our strength as long as we have these gauntlets on. I'm gonna get poison resistance from that icebox. Alright, let's try the beetle first. You seem unaffected by the poison. It tastes okay. You finish eating it. So no poison resistance. And we definitely don't have poison resistance. Or wait, no, you seem unaffected by the poison. Maybe we have poison resistance? I don't know if that just means that our Gauntlets of Strength made it so it doesn't matter. It should have done damage though, so maybe we do have poison resistance. Alright, well I'm gonna eat this anyways. Okay, we probably have poison resistance, I think, is what that's gonna mean. Let's eat the floating eye as well. Okay, looks like we already had telepathy. Probably start noting those again. That horse really likes that giant bat corpse. Trying to play fetch with it. Oh god, these flipped Sokoban levels. These are an atrocity. Oh my god, this is so confusing. It's like my whole world has been a lie. It's like upside down and rotated. I hate it. Uncursed egg. I kind of like breaking eggs now because I got into a tough situation recently where like a soldier ant fell out of my bag and almost killed me. They're pretty useful because they can be a source of confusion. for reading scrolls and stuff. But I think if you're trying to maximize your win rate on any given game, it's probably best to just smash them. So that's why I threw that one at a wall. Alright, so there's a wand of striking. We've hit some minimum level of strength that I think we're not terribly threatened by a lot of enemies, but we're also definitely not in a great spot. 64 HP is like almost the minimum buffer I want at this point in the game. It is an issue that a lot of characters deal with around this point. A lot of roles, you know, role and race combos. But we have a long sword, and -7 AC is really good at this point. That is definitely holding us together. Go ahead and eat one of these food rations. Oh, come on. At least this one gives me an opportunity to move this thing. Yeah, I'm quite confident we have poison resistance. We'd be taking damage if we didn't have poison resistance. It's not just the strength. I'm gonna take out these gauntlets. Strength is still 15, which is probably about where it was supposed to be anyways, so. Actually gonna name this. There we go. I'm just gonna say those are, yes, we have those. Have we seen my horse yet? You over here? Let's hope not. Oh, I wasted that food. I wanted to grab that. There you are. Please don't be a mind flayer. Dwarf King, that's alright. This dwarf is a king and it just has a dagger. Come on now. Nymphs are very annoying. I don't want to use the one of striking against it because of our. It will have a mirror, so we'll take a luck penalty. Our horse will probably kill this nymph if I just let it walk over to it. Oh, the nymph woke up. Nymph is killed. Thank you, horse friend. This is not the potion that someone else thought was a nymph potion. Interesting. Oh, I didn't take note of what turn we were on when we started. I think it was around turn 10,000. It must have been a little further than that. Maybe we were closer to 11,000. Because I feel like we haven't played that much. God, another flip level? This is the easy one at least. Instead of using like muscle memory, I actually have to like think a little bit. Which is a good and bad thing. Oh, a fresh one of digging. That's definitely good since the other one might be spent. I have a lot of ideas and thoughts about puzzles and roguelikes, and I actually like the Sokoban map a lot. Not for the puzzle element per se, but just because it's probably one of the most unique branches in any traditional roguelike. And it's like a nice break from the rest of the dungeon. And it's more about not like the puzzles itself, but you're still like fighting stuff. And here, the way the monsters scale up now, and any versions 3.6 and later, makes it a very difficult branch since the monsters scale up fast, like relative to these small floors compared to like the normal dungeon. So it gets pretty challenging. And it's kind of like you're not solving a puzzle, but you're like trying to complete a task while dealing with enemies. I think it's pretty interesting most of the time. Why is this so confusing? Did I screw this up already? I push this in, potentially solve this, but then I have a boulder here. I can solve this. I have two boulders here. That's okay though, because I can come down here. Okay, I think we're fine. I don't need to think that many steps ahead. Oh wait, no, I did screw it up. No, this is still fine though. Forgot about this boulder, which didn't let me complete it the way I thought I'd be able to, but there was still a solution. I honestly don't mind breaking a few boulders in Sokoban. The luck penalty only lasts for 600 turns max. Every 600 turns, starting at 0, is when it checks. And unless you have like a luck stone, it'll try and push your luck more towards 0, depending on whether you're positive or negative. So if you're not trying to like wish or pray or do other things where like luck might be an issue, then it really just affects like your 2-hit chance, which usually at this point in the game you could, you know, manage with like -1 or 2 to hit, and then it'll go away by the time you finish solving Sokoban. So if you ever watch like my streams and stuff, I don't pay too much attention in Sokoban, and I've definitely made like a lot of mistakes just playing fast and stuff. And it's really not a big deal breaking a boulder if you have to, which is usually what will help you solve any situations, because usually you end up putting a boulder somewhere where you can't like move that in like an adjacent boulder in a way that you need to, but breaking one frees that up. Most of these maps have extra boulders to use. Alright, you always want to check under the boulders. My horse upstairs still? Did I bring them up? Whoa! We just got a bag of holding drop from a Wumpus. Well, that is a very nice find. I'm not sure if these can be generated cursed. I know tools can't generate on a map curse. I wonder if in inventory. I guess there's one way to easily find out. Well, here, how about we do this? This will be interesting. So let me zap our one of striking. It is kind of a resource use that we don't need to use, but all right, if I pick up these rocks, let me remove our gauntlets of power. All right, so I'm burdened right now. Where are the rocks at? 21 rocks. Wait, I had more rocks than we just picked up? Have we been carrying rocks this whole time? That's hilarious. Alright, I'm gonna drop like 10 rocks. I'm gonna drop 5 rocks. Unencumbered. If I drop... Actually, this should work. So let me just drop 10 rocks again. I'll even do 11. And then if I apply the bag and put all the rocks in, we're unencumbered, so this is not cursed. We don't know if it's blessed. According to my annotate, we still have holy water in Mine Town, so we could definitely bless it there if we wanted to. Unless something's changed in there. I'm not sure if any of the players that have played since I played have done anything back in Mine Town yet, so we got super lucky with this, actually. Not that we were having encumbrance problems, but having a bag of holding is pretty damn nice. Alright, let's go throw all of our scrolls, the book, the potions, except I want to keep the extra healing in our inventory. Oh wait, we're a priest. I automatically know the BUC status of everything. Duh. Forgot what we were playing as. Alright, let's do that. Can't believe we just find that bag of holding. Our warhorse is not very obedient. Wait, where'd they go? Are they gone? Oh, you feel sad for a moment. How did they die? Like an iron piercer or something? Wow, I don't want to know. I do not want to know. Let me eat another food ration. So I was just wondering if it's actually better to do Sokoban without Gauntlets of Power on, because I don't know if it checks your natural strength when rolling for stat changes. So you might not be able to gain strength with Gauntlets of Power on. I forget how that works. I just noticed I hadn't put mine back on yet after testing that bag of holding, so let's keep it like that until I need to fight, which is potentially now. Let's just put that on. I don't have a key yet. I'm going to kick this thing down. Wait, pythons are actually kind of strong, so we don't care about that one. Another bag. Bag of tricks. Cool. Throw stuff in our bag. Not the bag of tricks, of course. That blows up your bag of holding. They are not compatible. Oh boy. I'll wing it. These are all flipped. I hate it so much. I honestly think having the flip levels in general, I don't know about the Sokoban ones, but like pretty much every special level can be flips now. I personally don't like it because it's just so weird after playing the game for so many years and like seeing them one way. It just feels wrong. I think as like a new player, it's probably actually a better thing for the game. Oh, we already had a lizard corpse. Well, I guess two can't hurt. Yeah, these Sokoban ones are definitely weird. Oh shoot. Okay. That could have been worse. Eat a food ration there. Garter snakes normally come in groups. Alright, that is complete. Let's just check under the rest of these boulders. This map feels different to me. Like, not just the fact that it's flipped. I've never solved it like this without... I usually like lock up some boulders, I thought. Maybe seeing it at this new angle has like given me new perspective or something. That's interesting. That's a giant mimic. This map always has two giant mimics. Disguised as boulders, and there's not a boulder placed at the beginning there, usually. Is this mirrored? No, this is normal. I think this is the normal trick. You sacrifice those two boulders, and basically push all of these one to the side, and the rest of this becomes very solvable. Although, there is a way to do it without sacrificing those two boulders, which is technically better, but it's not as easy to remember. Okay, and that's the other giant mimic. Actually, wait, no, that one's new, right? That might be a mimic that just spawned. If you see a boulder that appears in vision and wasn't like displayed at the beginning with like the map data you get when you enter these floors, that's the other giant mimic. I think that's like a third mimic actually that just spawned while we were doing this. But yeah, even though this is like a normal level, like just having all these levels flipped is like really messing with my head. And making me second guess like everything I thought I knew about Sokoban and how I think it's supposed to be solved. This is actually like the easiest Sokoban map to me, if you know that trick though. Werewolf, we have Wolfsbane, which cures lycanthropy, so I guess I will be all willy-nilly with that. Owlbear is kind of scary, but we can always Elbereth if we have trouble with it, which we did not. I wonder if I should eat that corpse. No, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to remove those gauntlets again. Platinum Wand. Really best to engrave wands right away. I'm going to do this out to the side here, though. So I don't have to keep walking over the engraving, because it's just a little annoying to me. I guess you could wipe it off afterwards. It's probably the ideal situation. It's less turns. It lets you engrave it right away. The bugs on the floor stop moving. Probably a wand of sleep, which is excellent, but it could also be a wand of death, which is exciting. Wand of death would probably allow us to kill that shopkeeper, assuming they don't have reflection or magic resistance. Seeing that stopped moving message is always very exciting. Yep, you feel strong. Nice. I don't know if we would have gotten that if I had my Gauntlets of Power on. I have trouble remembering all the little minutia like that in a game nowadays, though. Especially things that aren't, like, incredibly important, but just because of all the rules that have been changing since 3.4.3 and now especially in 3.7. Wow, we wrecked that giant mimic. I think our AC is really carrying us. You hear a door open. So we already have a Bag of Holding and an Amulet of Reflection, which are the two Sokoban prizes. There's not a lot we can gain from the zoo. So I'm not sure if we even go in there. We can get a lot of gold and then just monster drops. The zoo could be quite dangerous, especially since we don't have stealth. We might be able to kill some things in the corridor. I think I'm not going to mess with the zoo here since we don't get any reward from it. The gold could be good for protection. I don't know if we bought protection on this character yet. For some reason I feel like we might have. But I could be wrong. We might be net negative on food. The Sokoban, which is always unfortunate. Maybe I should have eaten more corpses. And not bury that food ration on the first floor. But without stealth, the zoo is a definite risk. We would need to get what? 9 times 400 equals 3,600 gold to buy a dose of protection. How much AC do we have right now? Like, actually wearing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what is it? 6 points? 15. The 10 to 0 is 10, and then I must have miscounted. So we could buy protection. I doubt there's 3,600 gold in here, but maybe that's worth it alone before we level up again. When do we get to level 10? I'm curious. I'll look that up real quick. Um, 5,120 experience. Okay, a little ways off. Well, regardless, I played for about 2,000 turns, probably a little higher, but I figured I would just clear the Sokoban and be done with it here. It seems appropriate for a session. I'm going to heal up. I guess I should put my Gauntlets of Power back on. Jeez. There we go. And I will let the next player decide whether they want to take a risk on that that zoo there. Let's put a note on something. Let's write on the candy bar wrapper. Already have reflection slash BOH. No real reward from zoo. Don't think we have stealth. So risky, but could get gold for protection, which I don't think we have yet. Boom. There it is. All right. Well, I think that was a successful session. I'm going to go in the Discord and write a summary there. If anyone watching wants to take turns in this round robin, we're always looking for new players. It keeps us more exciting and moving for everyone else. I'm glad there has been a lot of activity on here, so I can keep partaking and everyone else can, and it's been a lot of fun jumping in and doing these. So in the links below, you can find the link to the Discord if you want to take part in that, which is where we're organizing it. And yeah, I think we'll leave this hit there for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.